Good afternoon. Good afternoon. The point is time average power density. The uniform plane wave for the propagation in the plus z direction was associated with an E and H component, which is given here. And for in a perfect dielectric, the E and H field amplitudes are given by is equal to E0 cos of omega t minus beta z. So, for real power flow, there are two conditions for real power flow. The two conditions should be satisfied. E and H fields should cross each other, and E and H should not be in the time quadrature, that is 90 degree out of phase with each other, and E and H field which are parallel and are in the quadrature and it do not constitute any power flow. So for a real power flow, the two conditions should be satisfied, that is E and H field should cross each other and E and H should not be in the time quadrature, that is 90 degree out of phase with each other, and E and H field which are parallel and are in the quadrature, it do not constitute any power law. So if we consider a uniform plane wave which is traveling in plus z direction and having its electric field oriented along the plus x direction, and magnetic field in plus y, then E is E0 e raised to j omega t x and H is H0 e raised to j omega t y, which is equal to E0 by efficiency e raised to j omega t y. In the case of the lossy dielectric, E, X and Hy are not in the time phase. Now these are the equations for efficiency. If we write the magnetic field intensity as Hy, the time average power density Sz equation is also given here. So this is equation, the second harmonic component of integrand is integrates to 0, leaving only the contribution from the DC component, and the result is given here. So using the phasor form of the electric and magnetic field, the equation is S is equal to half of ES cross HS conjugate Next is the application case study. So the applications of these are myristor, electric motors and generator. So first is a myristor. So what is the myristor? What are its basic operation? Why myristor is used and its fabrication? So first, what is myristor? So the fundamental passive elements are resistor, capacitor, and inductor. So in 1971, the Professor Leon predicted that there should be a fourth fundamental element, that is myristor. Other than resistor, inductor, capacitor, the fourth fundamental element, that is myristor. The symbol for the myristor is shown here. So the concept of this myristor or myristor theory was implemented by Leon. He is professor in the Department of the Computer Science and Electrical Engineering at the University of California. So the myristor switch performance was repeated by the scientists of HP lab while they were trying to discover the crossbar switches. The myristor are also known as a matrix switches because it is mainly used for connecting several inputs as well as output in the form of matrix. Then the Leon professor had observed the models of capacitor, resistor and inductor, and he observed a missing part which is named as myristor or a memory resistor. Memristor means what? Memory register. The practical representation of this memory register was expanded in 2006 by the scientist Stanley Williams, and this technology was discovered more than a few decades ago, although it got made up in the recent times. So, what are memristors? So he is Leon, scientist Leon. Now we know that every electronic circuit can be designed by using several passive components, which are namely the resistor, capacitor as well as inductor, but there will be an essential fourth component which is termed as a memristor, and these are semiconductors which are used for joining the passive components to form a fourth component and the resistance which is named as a memristance. So it is a resistance depends on a charge in the memristor circuit, and the resistance unit is ohm. So the full form of memristor is memory plus resistor, and this is called the fourth basic element. The major feature of the memristor is it has the capability for remembering its state history. Therefore, raising the significance of its improvement, these are very important that it would be compulsory to rephrase the existing books in electronics engineering. So the full form of memristor is what? It is memory plus resistor, and it is called as the fourth basic element. And the major feature of the memristor is that it has capability of remembering its state history. So raising the significance of its improvement, these are very important that it would be compulsory to rephrase the existing books in electronics engineering. Now the next is its construction. So the construction of memristor, it is a two-terminal component, and the memristor working is its resistance mainly lies on the magnitude, applied voltage and polarity. As the voltage is not applied, then the resistance left over, and this makes this as a non-linear and memory component. So the memristor uses a titanium dioxide like a resistive material, and it works superior to other kinds of material like silicon dioxide. When the voltage is given across the platinum electrodes, then the titanium 2 atoms will spread right or left in the material based on voltage polarity, which makes thinner or thicker. Therefore, it gives a transform in resistance. So the memristor with memristance M, a relation between the charge and flux is given here. Memristance is a property of the memristor. So what is that property? Retain its resistance level even after power had been shut down. So remember, or we can recall the last resistance it had before being shut off. Now before going to the working, there are the types of memristor. The memristors are categorized into many types based on the design and an overview of these types. So it is a molecular and ionic thin film memristor, spin and magnetic memristor. So these are two basic types of the memristor. Now first, molecular and ionic thin film resistor. These type of memristors are frequently dependent on dissimilar properties of the material for the site film atomic network. which exhibit a hysteresis lower the charge application, and these memristors are classified into four categories such as titanium dioxide, polymeric or ionic, resonant tunneling diode, and magnite. Then the next is the spin and magnetic based memristor. These type of memristor are reverse to the molecule based and ionic nanostructure system. These memristors will depend on the degree in the electronic spin property. In this kind of the system, the electronic spin division is responsive. So they are categorized into two types: spintronic and spin torque transfer. Now here is the working diagram for the memristor is given. So applied voltage makes the oxygen vacancies positive to shift towards a negative voltage. Now the shift between the layers is permanent in the nature and it exists even after the voltage has been removed, which causes a permanent change in resistance. Here the diameter of the pipe remain same when the current is switched off until it is switched on again. So the pipe, when the current is switched on again, remember what current has flowed through it. So a resistor with memory behaves like a pipe. So this is HP Laboratories, the Stanley Williams. Then HP memristor. Here is a very thin film of the titanium dioxide between the two platinum plates, which is shown here. Then when the charges flow in one charge flow in one through the circuit direction, the resistance of the memristor increases. When charge flow in the direction in the circuit opposite, then the resistance of thermistor decreases, and we can say that the memristor is the history of the applied voltage on it, which gives the name memory resistor. Now this diagram shows the unique IV characteristic of the memristor. Characteristic of current versus voltage. So there are some advantages of memristor that makes it very promising candidate in the future of electronic design. The property of remembering input can be used in many innovated circuit and memory devices. The memristor can be designed in a metal layer over chips and thus save the area on chips. So ability of combining a logic operation with a memory cell on the same chip and in different places through the So ability of combining the logic operation with memory cell on the same chip and in different places through the chip, it can acts as a configurable switch in FPGA chips. Then there are some more advantages, like memristors are very comfortable with the interfaces of CMOS and they don't use the power when they inactive. It consumes a less energy for generating less heat. It has very high storage as well as speed. It has the capability to memorize the flow of charge in the set of time. When power is distributed in data centers, then it provides a better resiliency and reliability. and faster boot ups, so capable of restoring both hard drives as well as DRAM. There are some disadvantages of memory store, which consist of these are not available commercially. The speed of existing versions simply at 1/10 of the DRAM. It has the capability to learn, however, it can also study the mistaken patterns in the opening. The memory store performance and speed will not match a transistor and DRAM, since all the information on the PC turns into non-volatile, so rebooting will not resolve any problem because a frequent times can with DRAM. Then reliable supply of scalable memory technology. Now, reliable supply of scalable memory technology. So, the flash scalability is approaching its limit. A multi-level cells have low elastic endurance. The DRAM is fast approaching their limit also. The DRAM architectures and circuitry are adapted to 25 cell capacitance. Shrinking geometrics return the industry applicable to maintain 25 taller cell capacitor, thinner cell electric nanometer. So enables a true crossbar structure. It does not require a transistor or other access devices. It removes the silicon requirement. Stack array on the top of each other. Cell size is less than 4. Improved density, reduce power consumption and reduce total area. Then memory store opportunities. So now we are here, that is at chip development. Then the next is according to time, it will be flash replacement, solid state disk, DRAM replacement, universal memory and neural computing. So memory store fabrication, we have seen that there are two types, molecular and ionic thin, and second is spin based. Now there are some applications of memory store. This is two terminal and variable resistance component, which is used for the applications such as it is used in digital memory, logic circuit, biological and neuromorphic system. Memory stores are also used in computer technology as well as digital memory, also used in neural network as well as analog electronics. These are applicable for analogic filter applications, the remote sensing and low power applications. Then memory stores used in programmable logic and signal processing, and they have their own ability for storing analog and digital data in an easy as well as power efficient method. So these can be applied to perform a digital logic with the implication in its place of NAND gate. Although there is a number of memory stores have been designed, still there are some more to be perfect. Thus, this is all about memory store and its type. The types are given here. So, from this theory, From this information, we can conclude that the memristor can be used to store the data. Memristors can be used to store the data due to its electrical resistance levels varies when current is applied, and a normal resistor gives a constant level of resistance, but a memristor has a resistance in high level which can be understood as a PC as 1 in data terms as well as low level, and it can be understood as a 0. Therefore, information can be rewritten with current controlling. So the next part, the electric motor and generator. We will see these points in the next lecture. Thank you. Thank you.